One of the most devious things the left has been able to accomplish over the last several years is controlling the language, because if you can control the speech, that means you can control the argument. You can phrase things any way you want and always win, because guess what? That word no longer means what you think it means, okay? But Nancy Mace, she ain't having any of it today in this explosive exchange on Capitol Hill. But before we get to these clips, don't forget to like and comment on this video so we can break through the algorithms. Here we go.
USAID has pillaged and plundered the American treasury, essentially lighting American taxpayer dollars on fire, funding some of the dumbest, I mean stupidest, just dumbest initiatives imaginable, all supported by the left, and that's why their party is crumbling. Today I'm going to expose some of the initiatives USAID has funded over the years and ask each of you a yes or no question. If you believe these expenditures of American taxpayer dollars put America first. So it'll be yes or no. USAID awarded $2 million to strengthen trans-led organizations to deliver gender-affirming health care in Guatemala. So to each of you this morning, does this advance the interests of American citizens paying for trannies in Guatemala to the tune of $2 million? Yes or no? Governor?
I have no position.
Of course you don't. Okay, USAID awarded over $750,000 to fund alleviating loneliness among migrant garment workers in India. Does this advance America's interests, Governor?
No.
No. I have no position.
USAID awarded $1.5 million for providing a gender-sensitive response to migration at the Venezuelan border. Does this advance America's interests, Governor?
No.
No. I have no position.
Does this advance the interests? Okay, so USAID awarded $4.3 million on October 1st, 2023 to a group to fund comprehensive health services for men having sex with other men in South Africa. Does this advance the interests of American citizens, Governor?
No.
No. I have no position.
I bet you don't. Okay. USAID awarded $1.5 million to advance diversity, equity, and inclusion in Serbia's workplaces and business communities by promoting economic empowerment and opportunity for LGBTQI plus people in Serbia. Does this advance America's interests?
No.
No. Nope.
You have no idea, right? Okay. USAID awarded over $70,000 to a group to deliver a live musical event to promote the U.S. and Irish shared values of diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility. Does this advance the interests of America?
No.
No. No position.
No position or no clue. Okay, USAID awarded $1.5 million to fund strengthening community support structures to upscale LGBT rights advocacy in Jamaica. Does this advance our interests?
No.
No. No position.
USAID awarded $28 million to a group to facilitate the economic insertion of Venezuelan migrants and refugees in Peru and Ecuador. Does this advance our interests?
No.
No. No position.
Okay. USAID awarded $17.5 million to fund voluntary medical male circumcision overseas. Does this advance America's interests?
No.
No. No position.
I don't know what circumcision overseas has to do with America First either. USAID awarded nearly $150,000 to fund HIV prevention services targeting men who have sex with men and transgender. Does this advance America's interests?
No.
No. No position.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm limited to 5 minutes, but these are the programs Democrats are so desperate to save. Our foreign assistance system is badly broken, and this ends now. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I yield back.
Gentlelady yields back.
Mr. Chairman, parliamentary inquiry.
Yes, sir.
The gentlelady has used a phrase that is considered a slur in the LGBTQ community and the transgender community. And let me please finish without interruption. And
tranny. I don't really care. You want penises in women's bathrooms, and I'm not going to have it.
Okay.
No, thank you.
It's disgusting. Let the gentleman state his parliamentary inquiry.
To me, a slur is a slur, and here on the committee, a level of decorum requires us to try consciously to avoid slurs. You just heard the gentlelady actually actively, robustly repeat it, and I would just ask the chairman that she be counseled that we ought not to be engaged. We can have debate and policy discussion without offending human beings who are fellow citizens. And so I would ask, as a parliamentary inquiry, whether the use of that phrase is not, in fact, a violation of the decorum rules.
Mr. Chairman, I'm not going to be counseled by a man over men and women's spaces or men who have mental health issues dressing as women. I'm not being counseled by some guy.
My inquiry is to the chairman,
Okay.
Mr. Chairman.
Order. The inquiry is about decorum. Decorum is at the discretion of the chair.
That's
I will be
mansplaining,
honest,
Mr. Chairman.
with the ranking member. I'm not up to date on my politically correct LGBTQ terminology. We'll look into that and get back with you on that. I don't know what's offensive and what's not. I don't know much about pronouns or
I appreciate that,
offensive
Mr. Chairman.
terms.
Mr. Chairman, we don't have to anymore.
So,
I thank the chair for his willingness to further engage in this matter.
all right.
So notice the phrasing that Representative Connolly used right there, right? The word tranny is a slur to a very small group of people, right? They find it highly offensive. Yeah, but it's not really a slur though, is it? It's a shortening of the word transgender, okay? And you could even say it's a shortening of the word transvestite. It's all of it rolled into one, okay? But of course, if you say it's a slur, now all of a sudden people get offended and you can no longer use that word, and that is how the left, of course, controls the argument, right? You can't say it because it's offensive. And if you offend people, you're mean. And if you're mean, that's actually akin to real violence. Remember, words are violence according to the left. So right now, Nancy Mace is being incredibly violent to the LGBTQ plus AAIP movement, etc. Okay? And this is what they do. They can't, of course, come out and compete with ideas, so they try to shut down the language, shut down the argument. That is how they try to win. They don't try to use reason and logic, all right? They try to, of course, control your thoughts, control your speech, and therefore control your beliefs, all right? And before you know it, you're ending up in jail for using the wrong pronouns because you offended somebody over in England or some such nonsense, okay? So that, of course, is what we're fighting, and that is what we're facing. And I love how Nancy Mace doesn't back down, and she actually yells out, "Tranny, tranny, tranny," over and over and over again, because she will not be silenced on this topic, and I can't get enough. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and stay safe out there, people, because they're coming after you.
Relax, be cool, and whatever you do, don't panic. Ah!